So hello everybody. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy fun day. If y'all were here with me just the other day, we were beginning a conversation about Gypsy Rose. Thanks to In the Weeds on YouTube, we have received some very interesting video coverage of Gypsy. Not so much a Rose, but nonetheless Gypsy. And tonight we're going to just look at a few of them. We're going to talk about them. We're going to do that kind of thing. Uh, just to see what's going on downtown with the Gypsy Rose. And give a little commentary, a little bit of my honest review. And y'all going to join me as my co-pilots, if you will, as we discuss the mess and the real Gypsy Rose. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's do it. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my nieces and nephews, and all the y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie advice. Sweet old. It's time for auntie advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for auntie advice. For a long time, we heard that baby voice from Gypsy as she discussed her life, wrote a book, had a baby, got a new boyfriend, divorced her husband, just, all the stuff we've been hearing, this sweet old voice from Gypsy Rose. Now, many people, look past that little baby voice and believed that they knew the real Gypsy Rose. But honey, it won't until this FOIA footage came out that we are now about to see the real Gypsy Rose. Now, this video that I'm about to share with y'all, hold on, let me get it together real quick. Okay, let me cue it up real quick. As y'all come on in. Now this, if I had told y'all this, if I had said this to y'all, y'all wouldn't have believed me. No, you wouldn't have. You would not have believed the thing that I said. You would not have believed that the information came from the Gypsy Rose. But I'm about to show y'all something. Okay. And this is how we're gonna start off finding out who Gypsy Rose really was all them days. That people were out here pleading her case. Okay. Hey, baby. Take care of that baby, okay? She said, I'm babysitting my nephew, so I'll catch the replay. Okay. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all of the members of Auntie's Advice. I think I got all of you all. Welcome everybody else to the chat. Here we have, we do live video coverage and live conversation about trending news and stuff like that. So get on downtown in the chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe bell, turn your notification bells on so that every time I go live, you go live right along with me. Okay? Hey, Philly Fox. Hey, baby. Tell the wifey I said hi. All right. Now, if I had said this to y'all y'all wouldn't believe me. Many people don't believe things, but what they say out of the mouth of babes, this is coming directly from Gypsy's mouth. Not mine, her words. Let me cue that up and let's listen to what Gypsy has said about herself. Shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Sure, I can torture somebody. I can do anything. If you want to beat me, beat me. If you want to hurt me. But just don't hurt Nick, don't hurt Gypsy, and I can't hurt Gypsy's mother. Besides those things, I'm limitless of what I can do. I can steal, I can torture, I could kill, just not those people. And I really, really, really like being naughty as far as sexual.
Oh, thank you, beloved. Thank you. Thank you, Cuddy. Is it Cuddy Patty? Thank you, boo. Now, if I had said this about Gypsy, folk would have cussed me out. Yeah, they would have. They would have cussed me out. Been all downtown in my comment section. You don't know what you talking about. She was just a kid. She would never do anything. She didn't do the stuff that they're accusing her of doing, even though she took a plea deal because she was too scared to go all the way. But did y'all hear what she said about herself? Exactly. Let me leave that downtown to the bottom. Let's finish hearing what this person is saying about themselves, shall we? Yes, we shall.
Really naughty. That's one of the things that I'm best at. So that's kind of like what I'm wanting to talk to you about. Is that I can be really, really, really sexual sometimes. Sometimes a little bit.
She can be really, really, really what? Sexual sometimes. She could unalive people. Now, someone said they could barely hear her, so I'll make sure before I leave here, that I try to find that somewhere else where it's clearer. But all of the people that had things to say about her, contrary to what she wants us to believe, will tell you a whole lie. Let's go back and look at some of these. So, just 1 second. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm gonna put it on mute and I'll be right back. This is live and not taped, so excuse me for 1 second. And we are back. So I'm going to be bringing up some videos, not all of the collection, the wonderful collection that there is out there downtown to the curb. I am going to be bringing up some things and we're going to be talking about them. Again, please feel free to express yourself in the comment section, but be aware that you must be careful what you say, the language that you use, because Raydella is in the chat. She's my moderator and she is in blue. And we will, the two of us, be removing your comments if they violate YouTube's rules. Okay? Okay, let me train myself not to look at the comments. this. Just 1 second. I'm going to go back, you all. I'm hoping that you all had a great day. So hold on. Let me go back. Okay. And I want to pull up the videos. So just be patient with me. Okay. Let me turn this off while I set up these videos. They will not be in any particular order. Okay, but we're going to look at her. Now, most of these videos that you all are going to be seeing are videos that she was making for her then boyfriend. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Okay. So, mind you, during this time, Gypsy probably was playing 2 or 3 different roles. Okay, let me just say that. Number one, she was one of those children that needed help. The public was helping her and her mom. She, had a whole lot of stuff going on with her downtown. She was flying out, seeing celebrities. They were living in, I believe, a Habitat of Humanity home. She was on the list, honey, for everything. People came out, out of the woods to be of assistance to her. That's number one. Number two, by her own admission, she had went into a temporary paralysis that she did not tell her mother. So by day, she was in a wheelchair. By night, she was on it spilling sweet nothings to Nick. The third person was with another man. Yeah, please don't have nobody out there typing in all caps. So let's do it. Let's get into who is the real Gypsy Rose. We're going to be looking at unseen Gypsy Rose videos released. Just 1 second, y'all. They was down there playing. They ain't played all day. And then they decide they want to play late at night. Okay. So just 1 second. It takes a while to bring these up, y'all. So just be patient with me. You gotta go from screen to screen. Here we go. Gypsy.
If you are looking at this, then that means that this video is meant to be something that will comfort you for the next couple of days. I know that you are going through a very hard time right now, and I want to make this hard time for you as easy as possible. I want you to know that though I don't think that the judge will make you serve jail time for something as simple as carrying a pocket knife. Over here in redneck territory, that's just normal. You don't go to jail for that. But different state, different laws. But that's not what I want to talk about. What
do you want to talk about, Gypsy?
I want to talk about is that that no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, I will always be yours forever. I want you to know that this might sound silly to you, but I wear this ring as kind of like a symbol. I know it's not a real engagement ring, but to me it's a symbol of hope for us.
You know, it disturbs me because during this time period, this girl was pretending to be bald-headed, to have a cap on her head. She in a wheelchair. And honey, she like Clark Kent. She goes into a phone booth and completely morphs into someone else with these raggedy Party City wigs on. And you can't help but think that the same person who could be 2 or 3 different people in the past is not the same person who can be 2 or 3 people now. I think that's what's so disturbing to me. Let's continue.
A hope for our future, a hope for a life together. And I will always wear it to prove my commitment to you and to show you that I'm 100% honest and true to only you and Master. And even if you're sentenced to jail time, make sure, this is a direct order from your wife, make sure to tell Allie what prison and the address, because I will write to you. I know inmates can have letters sent to them, so make sure she knows where you're at to tell me, and I will write to you. There won't be a day that goes by that I won't think about you. And I just last night I dreamed about you. I dreamed about us cuddling and
she was really a little freak.
Being together, being happy. And I know that we're a long distance apart, but distance can't keep us apart. And it won't keep me apart from you. Nothing will. I love you and adore you so much, and I always will, no matter what. And nobody and nothing is going to come between us.
Really? Nothing and no one is going to come between us?
I'm wearing a white bow in my hair, and I thought that it would be calming, and also a white shirt. I thought that it would make you calmer and be more relaxed.
You look like a missionary or some type of pilgrim.
But I hope this video makes you more relaxed. Just to know that I'm not a cheater and I won't go straying, as they say.
I'm not a cheater and I won't go straying, but wasn't she cheating with Ryan and Ken? Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, she's still the same person. I digress.
I'm here for the long haul, and I'm here no matter what. Now, in my mind, probably all you're going to get is a fine and probably the 6 months you have to stay away from McDonald's. But I hope that's all it is. And I hope that this is over really soon, because then we can start being more happy and we don't have to worry about anything. We're going to put this whole mess behind us. And I want you to know that on that day, don't think about anything else. Kind of meditate. Think only of me and you'll be calm. Remember to be respectful to the judge, and remember your manners. and do as they say, because in that position they're a bit of a higher position than you are, and they have your fate in their hands. So make sure you come home to me, please. That's all I ask. Just be calm. Don't let Master out, because I know Master has a way of being authoritative, and that is attractive to me, but it won't be attractive to the judge.
So she already knows what the do's and the don'ts are when it comes down to court. She already know. Let me continue.
So just please do as they ask. Don't complain. Don't, just be on your best behavior. Please do that for me. Please come home safe to me.
She got her father's nose, and that's an ugly old nose.
That's all I want. So I love and adore you, and I will be keeping you in my thoughts and in my prayers, and I will be faithful and loyal. I made my vows, and I will stick to them like PB&J. So I love and adore you, my wonderful, handsome king. I wish you the best of luck, and know that you'll always be in my thoughts and in my heart.
Child, I know you lying. I believe that Kanisha, he was, how you doing, sweetie? Welcome. I believe that he was locked up because he had did something at the McDonald's. But since you asked, let me find it, okay? Um, in the 2020, in 2013, okay, let me tell you what Nick did and why she's talking about his appearance and making sure that you act like you got some sense and all that old kind of mess, right? So here's what happened. In March of 2013, Nick Gudajon was arrested at McDonald's in Wichita, Wisconsin, after police were called because patrons reported something disturbing. According to the criminal complaint, he was reportedly viewing porn on his laptop inside the restaurant for hours and touching himself inappropriately downtown to the McDonald's. When police arrived, they also found a large folding knife on him. He was charged with disorderly conduct after a no contest plea, and the concealed weapon charge was later dismissed. This can be found, okay, just one second, and I'm going to show you, if I can, the article. Okay, so this is the other one. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that's the wrong article. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's not the article. But that is what happened. Okay, just 1 second, y'all. The incident is often mentioned in background details about his troubled past before his involvement with Gypsy. And I will make sure that I link the Wikipedia link to it. Okay. So it says if I wanted to provide y'all with more about what happened at the McDonald's, there is another case that's called the Act or Mommy Dead and Dearest. Okay. So that is what happened downtown with this guy. Okay, so Kaylee is saying he had to go to the McDonald's for the Wi-Fi. He even said he had a because he wasn't online in time and made him walk in the snow just to talk to her. Okay. So let me queue up some more information and some more FOIA videos from dear old Gypsy. You know, I just find it so shocking. I am so glad if you, I'll make sure I link the video where I had the opportunity to talk to the content creators, both the mom and daughter duo, about why they decided to go and get these FOIA requests. I am glad that they did, right? I know that this is an old case, but she is on social media just saying the most, doing the most, and acting as if she is completely innocent. This next video that you're going to be seeing kind of haunts me because I remember, right, those days. Y'all know I'm quite an old woman. And I remember those days of thinking this poor little innocent girl. It wasn't until I got older and she became more vocal that I realized, oh my God, all those years ago, right? I was thinking that this girl was just, the mother was horrific. Okay, so I'm gonna move this because you putting other people's names in here. All right. Please don't put on. Okay, so hold on, let me bring that up. And we're going to look at another video that was in it, the FOIA request. This is more unseen footage. Okay. More unseen footage of Gypsy the Rose.
You asked me to make this video. I'm so sorry that I've been such a horrible girlfriend. I'm so sorry that I've made so many mistakes. But please, please don't take Nick away from me.
So is she in the back of her mother car in a wheel in a car seat? See, this is stuff that is she in the car seat? She got on this look baby looking hat. Look like she wrapped up in a blanket, and the only thing she don't have is a goddamn pacifier. This is the bull crap that we were seeing back in the day. After this girl is again, we didn't see all of this. This has been years in the making. And she's sitting up there looking like a baby, but she's talking to a man. And then when her mother come in the car, what does she do? Put her thumb back in her mouth? This is crazy. This is crazy. But you ain't supposed to say nothing about it. I'll be damned. Let's talk about it.
You have no idea what it's like to find your soulmate and then be faced with almost losing them. I can't. Everyone else leaves me. I don't understand it. What is wrong with me that nobody can love me? And he's the only one that does. I can't lose him, so please forgive me. I swear I won't freak out again. I swear that I will be a perfect girlfriend.
Even now that Gypsy is out, in my opinion, all she wants is a man in a fantasy world. I think Gypsy played with too many dolls. She said in one of the videos that her mother said she couldn't look at their anatomy. But she was touching, feeling, and so was everybody else on hers. I don't know if her mother was deceived about who this girl was and really did not know. But this girl, in my opinion, it appears that she was very manipulative. Very manipulative.
I'm sorry for everything that I said. I'm sorry for everything wrong that I did. I'll be better, I promise.
Where's the tears? I mean, I know she wiping, but is that sweat? Being balled up in all those baby clothing?
Demona has something she wants to say.
Who? Did she say Ramona?
Master, please.
Also, she done morphed. Bitch. I know you lying. This girl done morphed. She done morphed into somebody else?
Believe Gypsy when she says that she is sorry, that she won't freak out and do anything wrong again. She loves Nick with all her heart, and she loves you too. And so do I. I love you, and I love Nick. And to lose you both would be the end of my life.
So is the other person talking because she's changing tense? She in first tense, then she in second tense, then she in third. We, me, I, like I'm so y'all, this is a whole different entity, a whole different person. Her mother ain't standing a chance, in my opinion. But okay, let's go. Child, she know who she had in the other room. It's like the mother thought she was in control, y'all. And she wasn't. Gypsy appears to have been in control the whole time of the whole narrative, the whole story.
Would kill myself, I would. Because I have no reason to live without either one of you. My life, my happiness, everything depends on you.
What in the foolishness? Now, as y'all can see, I have not maybe I should have, but I've not pre-looked at this stuff. This is bananas. It appears that she played a role as Dee Dee's daughter. So did she play a role as Dee Dee's daughter, y'all? Has she been manipulating this whole thing? This, in my opinion, this FOIA footage changes the whole conversation for me. The whole conversation. I know you lying. I know you lying. And she had the audacity to write a book? Oh, I'm gonna have to get that book now. Because these FOIA this stuff is really showing that she was in charge, in my opinion, the whole time of not only Dee Dee, but Nick. This is so scary because this girl now got a baby. She's a child. So how does history hold the fuck up? How does history, and this is just a question, not an accusation, but how does history still not repeat itself if this is who Gypsy was back then? So we thinking, some of us thinking, remember how she said her mom chained her to the bed? She tells Nick to do that. So, y'all, can I say this? And this is no BS. These are my real time, real reaction. I got pause because I'm sitting here thinking, what was Dee Dee going through in the house with her? What kind of life did Dee Dee have? She's a deviant by her own admission. She planned all these roles and all these parts. She's got all these fucking wigs on. What kind of life was Dee Dee living? I don't think so, Phoenix. I see your comment. I don't think so. I think that she has only matured in her gift, in my opinion. Let me see if I can do another one, bitch. I should have screened these first. Oh my God. Who is this other person? Let's click on this one. Child, let's click on this one. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. What was Dee Dee going through oh my God, y'all got chill bumps. What was she going through in that house? What was her life like? Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Wait a minute. What is that? Morphine?
Hello, sir. It's Gypsy, and I'm making this video to you, sir. Nick's evil side.
What does she got on? And how she got her cleavage up like that? Girlfriend got them little small brassicas up in the air like she just don't care. Let me adjust this some more.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sir, I just wanted to let you know that thank you so much for what you're gonna do for me and for all of us, and that I do love you and I do respect you, and thank you again for doing this for us. I am so sorry that.
So where is she buying this stuff? Does she have Amazon Prime? Did she have Amazon Prime? And we just all caught up with it? Isn't this girl in a wheelchair with no teeth? How is she getting this lingerie?
I didn't get all the ingredients that are necessary. I didn't get the taser because I thought that we're gonna do one plan, and then I ended up changing it.
Did she just say a taser? Hold on, Auntie, go back.
Terry, I am.
First of all, let me calm down. Is she apologizing for not getting a taser?
So sorry that I didn't get all the ingredients that are necessary. I didn't get the taser.
The ingredients that are necessary to do what? The ingredients to do what? Do she mean instruments? Equipment? I know y'all telling them the lie. I know you telling a lie.
Because I thought that we're gonna do one plan, and then I ended up changing it.
Oh, she changed the plan. Y'all, I got chill bumps. Oh my God. She just set it up there and told this man that she didn't get the ingredients because they had one plan, and now she changed the plan. And they took a plea deal?
Please don't hurt me that much. I promise you that I won't fail you whenever I know that I'm supposed to do a specific task, sir. And I did end up getting a knife, and I hope that it will be adequate. And I got.
This was premeditation. So what's the defense from the people that's supporting this bullcrap after they see these FOIAs? Are they just going to be like, no, this didn't happen, this is made up? If I even had a morsel in me that thought that this girl was innocent, this right here would flip the whole thing for me. For me.
And handcuffs, and I hope that will do. And thank you again for doing this for us. And
Who is us?
I understand that punishment is necessary for my mistake of not getting the taser, and so I accept that punishment.
You didn't make a mistake in getting the taser. You said you changed the order of everything and you changed the plan.
I'm not ready for such a big punishment, but I will take it because I worship my twin flame soulmate, sir. And I love and adore and worship him. So I will take this punishment because it is necessary, sir. Again, thank you so much, sir. And I look forward to seeing you in person. And I love you, sir. And since you are a part of my twin flame soulmate, I will grow to worship you too, sir. So I will end this video now, sir. I love and adore and worship you, my wonderful twin flame soulmate. Good night, my everything. And I mean that as an all to you, sir and master.
If I was representing her in a court of law, I would have taken a plea deal too. This stuff is so incriminating. This, in my opinion, and I believe the opinion of others, absolutely shows premeditation. Now, I know she's supposed to be some kind of deviant, but this is plans. Mask, it appears to be plans masked behind role playing. And I bet you she threw Nick all up underneath the bus. Because before she, I saw a video, and I don't know if I have it on here now, but I know I reviewed it, where she was she was off of probation. And she had all this nasty stuff to all of a sudden say about Nick. And she said, I did my time, he got to do his. And I may not be quoting that exactly, but I remembers it. Yo, this is disturbing. I would love to hear the jail calls. And I was shortly on Into the Weeds live yesterday. I had a family thing going on, and hopped on as long as I could, because I think that when someone invites you to their platform, you show up. And before I left, I asked about the jail calls. Excuse me, y'all, I need to moisturize my lips. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to tag it, and I'll tag this. Of course, this is the Rihanna oil, and this is in the jelly, and I have put it on top of my black opal rose, and this is what comes out of that. Let me see if I can look at another one to see who this girl really is. Y'all, I'm telling you, there are very few of them that I've looked at, and most of the ones I looked at, I just peeped at them because I like to be authentic in my reaction to y'all. Y'all know that. Anybody that has been here, there are very few videos that I look at, and I pre-looked at them. I always try to give y'all my authentic reaction and myself. But let me tell y'all something. This is spooky. I wonder, I am supposing and wondering whether or not this is the first time that the family has ever seen all of this. Who is this? What's going on in the comment section? Who is this? Katie said, but the sister called Gypsy and asked what to do with her. Nobody wanted to take her. I'm assuming this is Dee Dee. And then Misbehaving said, no, the sisters have the ashes. We all pitched in and brought urns for her last year. Urns for who? Miss Dee Dee? Are you a family member? Are y'all family members up in here? Trixie has them. Jail calls, though, are not the prison calls. So who are you to them, Miss Behaving? Who are you to Gypsy? Who is Miss Behaving? No, a bunch of the community collecting money. We did a memorial for Dee Dee one night and collected money so that Dee Dee's ashes could be properly handled. Who in the family has the ashes? I'm confused, Misbehaving. If I drop the link, would you come up? Oh, you did it on YouTube. Okay. So who misbehaving was so misbehaving? Hi, sweetie, welcome. So who had the ashes? Who did you contact? Was it someone in Dee Dee's family that had the ashes? Or was this like where were the ashes? Okay. The sisters have the okay. Honey. That was nice of y'all. So the sisters couldn't afford to go and get her ashes, get her urn? But why wouldn't the family do that misbehaving? I don't understand. God bless you and the crew. But Dee Dee been gone for years. You mean to tell me that the family couldn't buy urn themselves? Yeah, I don't want her putting another content creator on here. Ray Della get that. Um, okay, I see where she put the other content creator on me. Okay, she's just trying to tell a story. Okay. Who is Lauren? Philly Fox, come up. Help me understand what's going on. Help me understand, Philly Fox. You don't have to show yourself on the screen. I know you. Hit this and tell me what's going on. Philly Fox. You do not have to show yourself on the screen. You can just use your mic. I trust you and know you. Because we can go down another rabbit hole. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, honey, how are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sweetie. I didn't get my gift in the mail. I'm still waiting on it.
Oh, I gotta get you one.
Merry Christmas, sweetie.
So,
I think you got me playing in the background. You're gonna have to
yeah,
turn me
hold,
off.
hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So, my friend said that they buried her in, in a gravesite. She has a tomb. So she's buried. They buried her.
Who buried her? Who? Dee Dee. Who buried Dee Dee?
The family. It was on the shelf. There's the way. Hello?
Yeah, Yeah, so how did they, so then why this young lady downtown in the chat saying that they gave her urn and that the urn that she was in a closet?
Nah, they went to the gravesite on the show. They went to the gravesite on the show.
They went to the what on the show?
The gravesite. The cemetery.
You lying.
No.
Well, then why would they buy ashes then? Why would what was somebody running a scam? Like what's going on? Why would they buy ashes if she's sitting in the ground?
Yeah, look at the show. It was on the show. I mean, you can be cremated and buried, but why was there a big tombstone?
Hold on.
Yeah, look it up.
Is that your wife in the background talking?
Yeah.
Tell her I said hi.
Boy, hi.
So they saying, so I asked ChatGPT.
Yeah.
ChatGPT says Dee Dee Blanchard was not buried. After her death in June 2015, her body was cremated and there is no additional gravesite. This decision was made by family members following her death and is noted in multiple court records and media reports tied to the case. This detail sometimes comes up because people search for a grave or a memorial and can't find one because cremation was chosen instead.
But it was on the show. In the show, Lauren says she's in the grave with her grandmother. It could be season 2.
All right, Nipple.
Unless he's wrong.
That's okay. It's all right to be wrong. She's so pretty she could be wrong. So, okay, going a little deeper down the rabbit hole. So it says, here's what's known and not known about whether Dee Dee Blanchard's gravesite or burial memorial was shown on the show and the Hulu series. The act is a dramatic fictionalization. The act is inspired by the real story of Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee Blanchard, but it is not a documentary or direct reenactment of every real detail. It uses scenes and characters portrayals to suggest emotional truths rather than strictly factual details. Dee Dee's real death and cremation. In real life, Dee Dee, who was unalived in 2015, was cremated. There is no official burial site or grave site with her ashes in a cemetery that has ever been publicly documented. The act introduces Dee Dee's mother, Gypsy's mother Emma, in the story in flashbacks to provide background and depth in Dee Dee's character. These are dramatic scenes. There is no credible source confirming that actual shows a gravesite or burial for Dee Dee tied to the grandmother. But they said some fans discussions. You want me to mute you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So I stay corrected.
No, it's fine because you saw it on the show. They're saying it was a reenactment. It was fake. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to,
Sorry.
So yeah, so it looks like it was dramatization. But that she is and was cremated. But the gravesite that they showed was that of her grandmother. Make sense?
Huh?
Does that make sense?
I lost that.
Huh? What happened to my Philly Fox? Okay, let me remove him. Miss I see misbehaving. Usually when I drop the link, I only drop the link for one person. But can you show me yourself? I'm not familiar with who you are, and so can you show me who you are backstage? And then you can just come up with voice. But I need to at least be able to see who you are to verify that this isn't somebody that's about to do something shady on my channel. Okay. Okay.
I understand.
Okay, so welcome.
Thank you. So the gentleman that was just up, he was describing the seeing people in the cemetery.
Yes.
And that was where Dee Dee's mother was buried, Gypsy's grandmother.
Yes.
But Dee Dee was cremated, and her ashes have been sitting in her family's closet for many, many years. And I know you don't like me to use names, but there's a gentleman that.
Oh, if you're going to use another content creator, absolutely not.
Okay, well, he was the creator where we all gathered and had a memorial for Dee Dee one night. Like, probably an hour too long. We shared pictures and memories and poems and songs and just really tried to humanize Dee Dee. And at the same time, he collected money and we all donated to buy urns to put Dee Dee's ashes in.
So let me ask you a question. Why didn't the family have money to buy an urn for Dee Dee after all these years? Was it not important to them and just important to you all? I'm just confused about it. That's all. A legitimate question.
No, and I understand. And honestly, I did not personally speak to the family. I think they just weren't ready yet. And then when Gypsy, I don't know. I honestly can't tell you the honest truth. I just think with the way everything happened, they just weren't ready. So we all gathered as a community and tried to come together, and we bought beautiful urns. Dee Dee loved red cardinals. So we bought red cardinal urn, and then we bought another urn, and that was for the family to put ashes in. And then we had also purchased a wooden box that we engraved, and that was so that she could be buried next to her mother.
And so who did the burial?
Well, I don't think they've actually done the burial yet. I don't know because I'm not in contact with the family, but they used to come up on this creator's page last year. I haven't seen them in chats recently, but yes, us as a community all came together to memorialize that for Dee Dee because Gypsy obviously didn't do anything. And the very sad thing too is that Dee Dee did not want to be cremated. So I don't know who decided to do that. She wanted to be buried next to her mom, from what I know. So I'm not sure what family member decided to have her cremated, but then her ashes just ended up sitting in a cardboard box in a closet until we all came together and purchased the urns and had a beautiful memorial online. So no ashes were flushed, and she was not buried. I don't know if they've buried the wooden box that was engraved to go into the ground next to her grandmother yet. I just honestly, I don't know.
I'm just finding out all this stuff. Like I see that you all are really deep into this.
Oh, I've been here for 2 years. I'm very deep into it. I'm very pro Nick, which is controversial. A lot of people do not appreciate that, but yeah.
Yeah, because Nick wasn't innocent in this.
Well,
he was not innocent.
I won't get into that because I haven't.
It's okay. You don't have to. No, you don't have to.
Evidence otherwise, other than her saying, "If you worship me, you'll take the hit."
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Philly.
Listen, I just got dragged into this. My wife was watching the show and she said, "You gotta watch this." And I said, "What the heck is this?" And she's like, "You gotta watch the show. It's crazy." I said, "What the heck is this?" So I just got dragged into it. I was like, "This is crazy."
It
But
is. But I thank you for coming up, though, boo.
yeah, I love you. I'll talk to you later. I love you so much.
I love you
Happy New,
too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Oh,
Year.
I love
Happy
your
New Year.
energy.
Happy New Year. I love myself some Philly Fox and his family. But
Philly
misbehaving,
Fox.
so
Hi, Philly.
you've been involved with this, and it seems like it's a community of you all that are involved. I covered basically the show, right?
Yes.
Because I covered TLC shows and stuff like that, right? And so I think it came on TLC, so I covered it, right? But
Mhm.
I don't have the historical knowledge that you all have.
Right.
I'm getting bits and pieces of it. So please forgive me for not knowing that, right?
No,
But
no.
that's
I
why I always
love that you're
question.
learning. Yeah, we love that you're learning because a lot of us have been doing this for 2 years and we want the truth out. We want people to know the true story. So I love that you're learning and, willing to dive in.
Yeah, I'm going down the rabbit hole. I
You
think
are.
that,
You
yeah,
are. It's never
and I
ending,
think that
girlfriend.
I'm like, I'm sorry. What
Yes,
did you say?
I said it's never ending, but the rabbit hole's never ending. But yes, I've been here a long time, along with Becca Scoops, Into the Weeds, all of uh, a bunch of us. I do stuff behind the scenes, but yeah, I've been around for a minute, so
Okay, so this girl here is saying someone, well, not girl, woman, is saying my understanding, Dee Dee ashes are still in the closet in the box after we, the community, purchased the urn.
Sherry, I don't think so because we also had collected funds to make sure the ashes were properly transferred into the urns. And last I heard that was done. I just know that the wooden box that was engraved to go into the ground next to Dee Dee's mother, I do not know if that has actually been buried next to her mom. But we did, you know, the other content creator that whose name shall not be mentioned. Um, yeah, he made sure that that was all taken care of.
What is your goal? What is y'all goal? Just so that the truth gets out?
Yes, my goal I think is different than most people, but we just want Dee Dee's name to be cleared. Everybody thinks she's a monster. She was not. That's a big goal. Another goal is to get Gypsy off the internet because she's, you know, influencing young people who have this mindset that, oh, I'm not happy with mom and dad. Let's, just kill them, a couple years in prison, come out a celebrity.
Can you say unalive? Thank you.
I'm sorry. Yes, yes. I
I
apologize.
noticed in y'all community, y'all be saying all kinds of
I
stuff.
apologize.
Over here
Well,
on this community, I do a lot of work with Google, right? So I have to be very. I
I'm
noticed someone
so
has said in
sorry.
the comments section. I noticed someone said in the comments section,
It was
y'all, it's a
probably
lot of
me.
rules over here. But when
It's
you get the
probably me.
opportunity to work with Google and go to headquarters and all of that, you do. I have to be, aware and make sure that I keep my channel as clean as possible, right? So I
Absolutely.
apologize for all of the
No,
rules.
I apologize.
Um,
I apologize.
Like I'm just not,
I
content
have a
creating
potty
on
mouth. I know.
on
I need to.
on Gypsy, which is why I don't, really talk about other content creators and stuff like that, right? So
Right.
please understand where that is coming from. It's not
I
that,
understand.
you know what I mean? If I had a trash channel, I would absolutely let you say anything you want, but yeah. So your goal is to. So did you know? So I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm not trying to be argumentative. You said that Dee Dee wasn't a bad person.
I don't think she
Did
was.
you know her?
No. But the more I learn, the more I don't see it.
The more you learn from
Just the
family and
FOIA.
friends.
Not so much the family and friends, because the family just, I don't know.
Her family. I'm talking about her family.
No,
Did you?
I understand. But
Mm-hmm.
if you've watched the documentaries and whatnot, they haven't had very nice things to say about Dee Dee. But I'm coming to my opinion just from the court documents and just things that I've learned and seen and things that have come out. I
Mm-hmm.
think Dee Dee was a very loving and caring mother, and she had a demon child, and she did everything in her power to take care of her as a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see her as the monster that she's been portrayed to be. And it's, I guess we all have different goals, but one of the main goals is to clear Dee Dee's name and I think get Gypsy off the internet. So
let me ask you a question. You did not, although she had, we are now seeing the FOIA records of what kind of child Gypsy really was, right? I think that is giving me a revelation of, wow, this girl wasn't what I thought. You don't think that Dee Dee, I still believe that Dee Dee took advantage of programs, organizations, and all of that. I don't think that her hands are clean in this. Is it your intent to say that Dee Dee's hands was clean?
I wouldn't say clean. I would say she did what she had to do as a single mother that wasn't getting
I'm a single
supported.
mother. Okay, I'm a single mother. Have
Right.
always been a single mother. Have
But she
never
had a,
not been a single mother, and I've not taken advantage of programs.
well, she had a very extremely ill child, and they didn't know what was wrong with Gypsy.
Allegedly.
So, no, they did not know what was wrong with her. The microdeletion that she has been diagnosed with wasn't even discovered until 2008, and Gypsy wasn't diagnosed until 2011. Once she was diagnosed, the medical stuff stopped. So all the years prior, it was Dee Dee trying to find out what is wrong with my daughter. And then you have Gypsy pretending to be paralyzed. That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
I still believe that she took advantage of programs, and I
Maybe.
understand what you're saying,
Yes.
right? And the single mother thing doesn't go for me. It just doesn't. I had a sickly child as well, and I wasn't in a Habitat of Humanity home. I wasn't flying from to Disney and putting my like no, like I ain't got
Yeah.
it to do. I just don't have it to do. I think that I understand that she appeared to be a sickly child, right? I
Well,
also
she
see the
was a very sick child. She
and
had
she was, but she wasn't. And at the time that we're looking at these videos, can we
well,
agree on that?
she had she has a microdeletion disorder, and they didn't
Which causes
discover
you
it.
to lie and go to. So I'm
No,
confused.
okay. So I guess, I totally understand where you're coming from, because I had the same attitude
Yeah.
that Dee Dee was scamming. But the more I learn, I'm like, was she really though? Because she really had a
Mhm.
sick child. And then you have her sick
A
child
lot of us.
pretending to be more sick than she actually was. So how much of that was legitimate? Like, maybe doctors like are trying to figure out what's wrong with her, and they're like, I don't know, maybe she has muscular dystrophy. Let's do a muscle biopsy.
What does that have to do with Habitat of Humanity? Now I can see if she was trying to get things in Disney trips and all that.
Well,
What does that have to do with any of that? Because I'm sitting back here now thinking, do I need to go back and get some stuff?
well,
Like I don't
Habitat,
understand it.
okay, Habitat, from what I understand, came into play after Katrina, and they
And
were
there were a
doing
lot of people who
they lost
suffered
everything.
during
Right.
Katrina, and people
Mhm.
who look like me did not get what she got. And again, My question is, did she not, or did she take advantage of her daughter's quote unquote problems? And we are now seeing these FOIA requests that are saying there wasn't a damn thing wrong with her, including being in a wheelchair.
Oh no, she had issues. But the thing is, if Gypsy wasn't up until recently, I would have said yes, absolutely. Dee Dee was scamming. They were both scamming. I honestly can't, I don't know at this point,
Mm-hmm.
because learning that Gypsy was faking part of that, you know, I'm on the fence. I really was more on the no, I was really more
That's
on the
fair.
fence of
That's
Dee Dee
fair.
being a scam artist, but the more I learn, I'm like, was she though? Because
I think that there's levels to it.
perhaps yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and me
Yes.
looking at just these 3 videos, I understand that um I think that I'm understanding that they both her mom took advantage of a situation, right? And this girl went on all these trips and did all these things, and would have to go further down the rabbit hole and pull up historical information about all of the perks that she received. She was not the only person who was affected by Katrina,
No, and
and
I
and
yeah, I
and,
understand.
and half of those people are still, and I know this as a fact, are still um disadvantaged, don't have a real permanent address. They are still considered homeless. We were a refuge city for a lot of these people.
Hmm.
And they didn't get half of what she got. Certainly not someone building a families are still disconnected and still have not been able to find their loved ones. And yet you have this girl who has been faking now and having a relationship with multiple people, playing a role, talking about she's into, what is it, DDMV or whatever you call it, crap. Like, now when I look at it, I'm like, the mother was just
Culpable.
as the daughter.
Yeah.
She
And
didn't
you
think
and
that
you
her
know,
daughter would go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Mhm.
a couple months ago I would totally agree, but more that comes out, I I want I don't know. They did take advantage for sure. But I don't think it's
Just saying,
too
we're at the same spot because, I mean,
yeah, but I
two
don't
things can be true at the same time.
yeah, absolutely. But I don't think, and here's where I have the problem. It's not to the extent that Gypsy makes it sound. I mean, Dee Dee was not this monster. The more I learned, she just was not.
I would semi agree with that. Okay, you have a point there. The more that I'm looking at it, the more that I realize that it appears that Gypsy is just a monster. Um,
Yeah.
in my
And there
humble
was,
opinion,
yeah.
that's just my opinion because everybody has theirs, and but I also think, given the story, some things where they have reported that she all of a sudden couldn't find files, medical records, and all this kind of stuff. It's just some things that she absolutely did them, right? And
But then when she requested the records, because Gypsy, they had different ages, right? You would think that'd be something Dee Dee would hide. But when she requested the records, she gave every different date of birth. So she wasn't hiding that. So that's where it gets so confusing
who gave
because,
a different date of birth? Her mother?
oh, there, yeah. Uh, Sometimes it said 91, which was her actual birthday. Sometimes they'd say 95.
Who would say it? Dee Dee, or are you saying physicians?
I don't know. It was, and that's the thing. We thought Dee Dee at first, like Dee Dee's changing the ages to make her younger in order to get medical benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have records where Dee Dee's requesting records from Louisiana, I believe, but she
Mm-hmm.
gave all the different birth dates and spelling of names. Like, so was she really hiding that? It's very bizarre.
Why would she have different birthdays from her own mother? You talking about like what?
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Originally, I thought it was to keep Gypsy younger in order to get the medical benefits because Rod was not paying his child support and helping out.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, so let's just thank you so much for being, open and having this discussion with me. Do you believe that her mother did not know that she was in these rooms making these videos for Nick? That she had all of these wigs and sex
Auntie,
lingerie? Because you're a mom, right?
I'm
I'm
too.
assuming you're a mom. Are you a
No,
mom?
a mom of cats, but no, like the more
You
videos
check
I
your
see,
kids'
we're like,
room,
where is Dee Dee?
but
Where's
you
this?
check your kids' rooms. You know what's going. A responsible
Yes.
mom checks their kids' rooms. They know what's going on. You may be playing and
Oh my
pretending.
God.
We know if you're going to school. We know if you got. So you mean to tell me all this lingerie that this girl has in these clown outfits that her mother did not know her daughter had lingerie?
I think she was afraid of her daughter, to be honest, because I can tell you when I was 16, I went to the mall and bought a little purple lace bra, and that didn't last in the house for 2 days. My stepmom found it, and I had to cut it up in front of her. So I don't, yeah, all these videos, I'm like, where's Dee
So you
Dee?
think that she was scared of her?
I do. Dee Dee, or I'm sorry, Gypsy has, in my opinion, aggression issues. She was diagnosed with ASBD in 2007, I believe. And that's acute severe behavioral disorder. In 2011, she took a pellet gun to her mom and tried to kill her, thinking
Can
it
you
was
say
gonna, oh,
unalive?
sorry, pew 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 pew. Sorry, unalive. Oh my gosh.
That's
See,
okay.
I'm not good up here.
Don't
I'm
get
not
nervous.
good.
It's okay.
I'm
Just,
so
just kind of
sorry.
think about it. I know, like I said, I noticed with y'all, y'all just say anything.
Yes, I know.
And,
I
and
apologize.
it's okay. I just don't, I would love to have this discussion further, right? Maybe we could set something up. Hit me up in my Instagram and we can have
Okay.
a further. I hate to put you on the spot, but I so appreciate you giving
No,
me some insight on it. But I
maybe.
do have my opinions based on what I have seen in real life with people
Yeah.
who have experienced were in Katrina. And when I saw the things that they had given, I was like, this some bullshit, right? From a personal perspective,
Yeah.
who knows of families who are still displaced, and she gets
That's so
this
sad.
house, and I just think that after a while her mother knew how to manipulate the system in order to kind of get some of these things. Okay, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Thank you, Philly. You sent it to me on Instagram. I think she knew how to manipulate the system.
And that was my thought 100% as well. But the more I learn, I'm kind of to the point now where I'm like, did she though? Like to the point we always thought.
Maybe not to the point that you thought, but she absolutely took advantage of programs that maybe she was aware of where other families weren't. And standing in line for help, right? You stand in line for help. And because it appeared that this girl had, all these different things that were going on with her, she couldn't walk, she couldn't do this, and she couldn't do that. She's going to bump out other children who need just as much assistance as she did.
I understand, but Dee Dee didn't know that her daughter was lying to her. For example, about being paralyzed. Like, so that's where I start coming into play. Like,
You think that Dee Dee did not know that her daughter wasn't paralyzed. Maybe she didn't know it in the beginning. But you think that Dee Dee did not know her daughter wasn't paralyzed? Now that's the stuff I can't.
Well, the more I learn, the more I question. So
No, I can't. I can't.
but she
I can't.
definitely did not have Munchausen. She was not making Gypsy sick on purpose. None of that is true. She legitimately had a sick daughter she was trying to figure out what was wrong with. And during that time, her daughter's pretending to be more ill than she was for attention. So it's just sick and twisted all around. But Dee Dee did not have Munchausen. She was not harming Gypsy. She was spoiling that girl rotten. And that's one of the things I think people need to know.
Y'all gonna make me go down this rabbit hole.
Oh, you're coming. Come on.
Y'all gonna make me go down this rabbit hole because even though I don't believe that she was 100% Munchausen, I think that they were in cahoots to get benefits.
I thought that too, but the more
I
I
think
learned,
that,
the
and
more
I'm not gonna not
yeah.
think that.
Well, the more I learned, the more I'm kind of questioning that. So come down the rabbit hole with us.
And I don't know if I'm be with y'all because y'all may not like me after because I can't, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. I'm going to do a little bit more research on it. I know I am absolutely going to be looking at some more video coverage because these three things definitely made me think, what kind of life did her mother live? Now, I do believe that there was some fear, right? Just based on how this girl could switch from this person to that person. I'm sure that her mother was in some kind of fear, right? Of, oh my God. But in exposing Gypsy back then in those days, probably would have exposed her as well, if you understand what I'm saying. And there would have been some things that she would have had to fast to, because as we see, Gypsy can't hold water. So I think that in exposing Gypsy, she would have had to have exposed herself. But I do believe that she was living in a hostile environment. I absolutely believe that she was.
Right.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And another thing you have to think of too, Dee Dee did everything for Gypsy. Everything.
Allegedly.
Spoil. No, not allegedly. Come down the rabbit hole.
They had cabbage. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Otherwise.
Okay, because I think at a different way than you do.
Mhm.
So you're saying she did everything for her. So she had cameras in her house 24/7 that allowed, and they collected that footage over the years that she did everything for Gypsy. Because
I'm
that's a
saying
broad
she did
statement.
everything for her as far as spoiling her and waiting on her hand and foot and probably wiping her butt and changing her diapers.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't believe that,
Okay.
because I
Come down
believe
the rabbit
that at
hole.
one point that Dee Dee knew her daughter wasn't paralyzed, and that they had gotten so far into it. Well, that,
Bit by bit, yeah.
I'm so glad. I love for people to challenge me. Thank you so much for challenging me, Miss Behavior. But I do believe that at one point that she discovered or had a thought in her mind, I don't believe my daughter is paralyzed. I refuse to believe that a mother who is in a house with a daughter 24/7 did
But she wasn't
not
there all the time.
know.
We see that in the videos.
Who wasn't there all the time? Did he?
Dee Dee.
So who was with her paralyzed sick child that she
Well,
was
that's the
doing?
thing. Mom's away, the kitty'll play. That's where we're seeing all these videos. And
Then
mom's
how
not
can
home and
you?
she jumps back in the chair.
So then
Because
how
she
can we
wanted
say
the
that
attention.
she did everything 100% for a child if she wasn't there 100%? Then that's not a fair assessment. Because you said she did everything for her. How can she do everything if she's outside of the home?
She spoiled her rotten. Well, that's kind of what we're learning watching these videos. We're like, where's Dee Dee? Where's helicopter mom? Like, what the heck is going on here? Everything's
Mm-hmm.
been a lie. And then we know in 2011 is when Gypsy ran away. Supposedly that's when Dee Dee found out. But you have to realize too, Gypsy was really sick as a child. They didn't know what was wrong with her. And I think doctors were telling her too, like, she's
Mm-hmm.
probably not going to live to be very old. And I think Dee Dee spoiled her, thinking that she would die young. She did everything for Gypsy. Cook, clean, laundry, like everything. She waited on her hand and foot. Filled her
Maybe
bottles.
Philly Baby Philly Fox podcast said, who brought the lingerie?
She stole it.
But her mother was taking care of her 100%, according to you.
And that's the thing. She's always said her mom was a helicopter mom, but we know she had a bus pass. We're seeing now that Dee Dee wasn't always there. And
So then that means that Dee Dee wasn't the doting mother that you just said she was. You said she took care of, unless I misunderstood what you said, and I could have. You said that Dee Dee did everything for this girl.
Oh, she did.
So then how did she get an opportunity to steal?
She was hiding it. When they'd go out, apparently there's stories where she'll say, like, she'd wait till her mom was in a different aisle and she'd shove things under her dress or in a wheelchair, and unbeknownst to her mom. There's a story they were at Hobby Lobby and they were going to walk out and security went to stop them. And Dee Dee was more than welcome. Like, yeah, go ahead, search her, not knowing that Gypsy had a bunch of stolen items on her.
And so what happened?
She was banned from Hobby Lobby. But guess where she went as soon as she got out of prison? Hobby Lobby. Because rules don't apply to Gypsy.
But it appears that, I just want you to just, if you walk away from, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole, but I want you to walk away with just one thing from me.
Okay.
One piece of advice. Two things can be true at the same time.
I agree.
A clock is right. How many times a day?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. And while I know, that you honor Dee Dee and believe Dee Dee, and you're looking at this different, just make sure that you understand that no one person is perfect. And
I agree.
Wasn't a doubting mother that maybe we want to, think that she is, and there is a chance that they were in cahoots and complicit with one another. That one hand washed the other one. You understand what I'm saying? I just want you to just walk away with that.
No, and that's exactly what I thought for the longest time until recently, to be honest. I'm not saying Dee Dee was a saint by any means.
It sounds like it, though.
No.
It does. I don't think it comes off that way. But me being a person on the outside looking in, right? Because it seems like you all have done a lot of work. For being a person on the outside looking in, it appears that way. And I don't think you mean to come off that way, right? But it is coming off that way. So,
okay, I can see that. But I can tell you 6 weeks ago, I was on a different realm, but the more that I've learned since these last FOIAs and videos have come out, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Dee Dee. I would have loved to have been her friend. She is not a monster. That's what I struggle with. She was not a monster.
I don't think she was a monster.
Well, that's what Gypsy wants to scream.
But I think she raised one and she was complicit with one.
Oh, she definitely.
I think she understood. I don't know. Maybe I should do a poll. As a mom, I think I need to do a poll, because as a mom, you know your child. You can choose to ignore it, but you know who your child is. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I don't believe for 1 minute that she did not know what kind of child she was. Let me do a poll. Hold on, Miss Behavior. I'm going to do a poll. Hold on.
Okay. While you do that, Auntie, though, I'm going to tell you, she knew, because she covered for Gypsy so many times.
Mm-hmm.
When Gypsy pew-pewed her over and over. She covered for Gypsy and made up a story that they were robbed in the Walmart parking lot, for example. She was constantly covering for Gypsy. Honestly, I think that's why Gypsy was homeschooled, because she's aggressive and was dangerous to other children. I don't have proof of that. That's my belief. Uh-oh, did I lose you?
Philly Fox, no, I'm here. I was
Okay.
typing in the poll.
Okay.
So Philly Fox wants to come up, but I don't want you. He said, "May I cross-examine?"
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
want her to feel attacked. A baby Philly Fox. Thank you so much for the 199 super chat. I do not want misbehaving to feel attacked, and I think that it would be unfair for her to not even prepare to be cross-examined. She is not on trial. Right? She's just sharing. And so,
Yeah.
while I thank you so much, I would never do that to misbehaving or to anybody else who joins my platform. I want this to be a welcoming platform and a place where they can feel safe to come back and have an honest, true dialogue. This is just true dialogue and an honest discussion between us. But thank you, though, Boo, for the 199 super chat. I so appreciate you.
Well, I'll tell you, I answered yes to your poll. Because Dee Dee did know who she was. She knew she was evil. She protected for her. And I think after 2011, when she realized Gypsy was faking, she was like, at that point, became complicit in continuing the story, because that's what the whole community knew.
Mm-hmm.
It's twisted. It's crazy, but
well, you see that there's 34 votes and 82% of them are saying that they believe that Dee Dee knew who Gypsy was and was complicit.
Oh, I agree. She
Yeah.
covered for Gypsy all the time. All the time. And honestly, Auntie, I think after Gypsy pew-pewed her mom, in my opinion, Dee Dee was probably like, what the heck are you doing? Like, because Gypsy thought it was a real pew-pew. And I'm sure Dee Dee was like, you could go to prison for that. And in my mind, I think that's when Gypsy started searching out someone to do it for her. And that was 4 years prior to the actual act.
Hold on for 1 second. Thank you so much, Funerary Girl, for the $6.99 super chat. They went to the grandmother's grave. Her sisters have her ashes. Thank you so much, Boo, for your super chat and for your comment. Thank you so much, Star Finnan. Merry late Christmas, Auntie, and everyone. And baby Philly of podcast says, update, I was wrong, Auntie. I sent you the footage. Okay, thank you, Bookie. Yeah, I this is a really complicated story. It's more complicated than I want to admit, but this is really complicated. But I will go down the rabbit hole on this because I've gone over my time, and that's fine with me. And I'm going to have to come back and just do, a part 1, part 2, maybe I'll just do a series out of it. And while I'm doing that, I'll start looking at some of the information that has been made available to me, right? Because I just believe that I know my child better than anybody knows my child. And if my child has a thief, is a thief, I know she's a thief. I'm not going into the store and don't realize that my child is a thief.
Oh, I
think, and I don't think that I think that there are very few parents who children commit crimes that they don't know that there is a potential somewhere in them, and they have not seen little sparks of, You understand what I'm saying? Like Jeffrey Dahmer and people like that.
Oh,
there's no way in the world you're going to tell me
Jeffrey Dahmer, because Gypsy tried to explain Nick as Jeffrey Dahmer to the when she was in her interrogation. No, I think Dee Dee actually very much knew, and I think Dee Dee was trying to protect the world from Gypsy. Because she knew.
Now, you don't went a step too far now, Miss. She was not trying to protect no world from Gypsy by showering her with everything that she wanted. That creates a monster.
No. Okay. I truly believe she was trying to protect people from
Then why she didn't have her locked up then?
Gypsy.
Why did she have her institutionalized? She could have
I saw that,
did
Annie.
an EPS on her daughter. She could have done that.
She covered for her all the time.
But that's not
She should
protecting the
have had her.
world.
Well, she should have had her arrested when she pew-pewed her. Things would be way different.
And so how's that protecting the world when you covering up this stuff?
I think she was trying to keep the evil away from everybody else.
I'm gonna let you walk away with that, sweetie.
All right, babe.
But I don't believe it at all. But thank you so much.
Come
And
down
feel
the
free
rabbit
to come
hole.
over anytime. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done it.
Of
So that
course
when
I
I
have.
go live, you can go live and you're always welcome here on the platform. Okay?
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sweetie.
Join us down the rabbit hole. You might change
Okay.
your mind.
Okay,
All
bye.
right, Auntie. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. That's a good discussion. I know, y'all probably was like, oh my God, Auntie, but y'all know how I am if you've already been here. I just think that there's a lot, that goes into, what she was saying. But I truly do believe that we know our children. I think that there are very few parents who do not know what their children are made of or capable of. I look at enough crime TV and enough in real life to understand that you know who your children are, and you can be complicit in covering it up because that's all you're doing is covering it up. And then let's say that Gypsy has did this crime to someone else, not her own mother, but to someone else. Then her mother knew the potential that was in her daughter. That's just where I am right now. Maybe after I go down a rabbit hole, I'll be like misbehaving and making, but no, I think that she was complicit. I think that she was very, very weird. And it further lets you know from what Misbehaving said as I think about it, if she thought that she had to save the world from Gypsy, then she absolutely was aware of her daughter's potential to be a harm to other people, that it was probably inevitable because she wasn't going to outlive her daughter. I think that she realized very early on this monster that she had. Do I think that just from what I have now, and remember, this is just from what I have now, this is not all of the research that these ladies have, right? I don't have the same level of knowledge and understanding that they do because I've not been down the rabbit hole on this. But I do believe that she was absolutely I do believe she was complicit. And I think that she absolutely knew the potential of who her daughter was. And I think that she just didn't think it would turn on her. And when you parent out of fear for your child, you've already lost. Um, yeah, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole. Yes, we are. So let me go back to the poll. I'm going to end the poll. We have 52 votes. And so let's see what you all decided. I'm going to put it downtown in the chat. Y'all, please make sure y'all thank Misbehaving for coming up. So here is the poll results. Did Dee Dee know who Gypsy was and was complicit? 77% of you all said yes, while 23% of you all said no. And that was out of 46 participants. Please make sure y'all thank Misbehaving for coming up and just being so open. I appreciate her openness, and she stood her little ground. She stood her ground. She stood her ground. But y'all, y'all let me know if y'all interested in me going down a rabbit hole, because if that's not the content y'all want, then we won't do it. So y'all let me know. I will try to put a poll out on the community tab on it, because I definitely want to be able to bring you all the things that you all are interested in. Okay. Oh wow, what did you say? She said, "Don't hurt me," were Dee Dee last words. Damn, where we get that from? Is that somewhere? Is that really, really real? Is that is that on a recording somewhere? They said her last words were, "Please don't hurt me." Oh my God. It came from Nick's statements. Jesus. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to end this video. Again, I thank you all so much for being here. If you have not already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then make sure that it changes colors. That is an indication that when I go live, you go live with me. Don't forget to hype the video. If you care to do so, that's going to kind of require you to come back into the comment section to hit this hype. But please hype the video. Thank you so much to Philly Fox and to Misbehaving. Thank you so much to Funeral Girly for the super chat. Thank you, Philly Fox, for the super chat. Thank you, Dot, for being a long time member. I appreciate you. Thank you so much to Raydella, who is back from celebrating her birthday, y'all. So when y'all get a chance, hit Raydella up with her birthday. Happy belated birthday. And thank you so much for moderating the chat and making sure that everybody has an opportunity to speak in a safe environment. To all of those of you all who are new to Auntie's Advice, I apologize for all of the rules. But over here, we try and, follow the community guidelines downtown in the comment section. I love you all so much. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in the streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.